All we want to do is save countless hours when it comes to print on demand. If we want to create 1,000 designs a week, we don't have the time to physically create and upload 1,000 designs a week. So I have spent as much time as I possibly can figuring out how I can take what would be hours and hours and hours and condense it down to minutes and still make it just as good, if not better. And that's what I want to share with you. Print on demand can be split into 4 different stages: niche research, designing, uploading, and marketing. It can, of course, be more complicated than that, but I don't want this video to be overcomplicated. I just want to tell you in this video how I have saved countless hours on 2 of those stages. Print on demand is all about consistency, uploading designs every single week. This is just how the game works, and I know it's frustrating, but those that are consistent tend to see the most sales, even if it does take a very long time. For me, I was massively struggling to be consistent, mainly because the time it took to implement those 4 stages. What would happen would be that I would be really motivated and do a whole bunch of work and post hundreds, if not thousands of designs, and I would go through all the stages, and I would do that for like 2 weeks, and then I would be like, I don't have the time for this, and I would stop for maybe a month or 2 months, and then I would get all motivated again and go for it. Does that sound familiar? Is that something that you have done where you've been super motivated, you've gone through all the stages, you've been consistent, and then it's kind of just like died down and you let it slip? Well, a couple of things have actually improved this cycle, and that has been AI. So Midjourney has sped up some of my design process. ChatGPT has sped up some of my niche research and ideation process. So there are elements that have helped. However, there are still stages that are so time consuming. I literally sit there like just scrolling and doing and typing and not even thinking, and then eventually just being like, I don't have time, I need to do something else, and then letting it slip. And it's so annoying when that happens. Out of those 4 stages, I would say uploading is the most boring stage, and it's not the most time consuming, but from a ratio of how boring to how time consuming, I think it's the top. Because I really enjoy the designing. Even though that takes the most amount of time, it's the most enjoyable. So the time goes faster and it feels like I'm using my time, better. But when it comes to uploading, I've got all the designs, and now I'm literally just coming up with titles, descriptions, bullets, uploading onto all the different websites, copying and pasting and coming up with new titles, and it's just so time consuming and it's so boring, and that's kind of where I always end up dropping off. Now, to emphasize why this is such a big deal, if I was doing 10 or 20 designs in a week, then sure, this is fine. But for real growth, for some serious and significant change, and, for a chance to really make as big of an impact as possible, I want to be doing 500 to 1,000 designs a week. Now, I know that's absolutely crazy, and I'm not expecting anyone to try and do that, but even if you're doing 300 or 400 designs a week, uploading that many designs is mind-numbingly boring. The marketing stage is another whole stage in of itself, and a lot of people don't even need this stage, because if you upload to Amazon's Merch on Demand, you probably don't have to worry so much about marketing. You could probably just click turn ads on, start some ads, and it's that simple if you have access to ads. If you're selling on Etsy, the same goes. The only time you really have to start thinking about ads or marketing like properly is when you're using something like Shopify or your own website, and that's another whole video, another whole thing, and marketing is an entire series of videos on its own. For now, I want to talk about 2 of the stages which I have spent hours and hours working on, And now I'm able to just do it in a few minutes. And I want to share that with you and how I've done that. Anyone who has been watching my YouTube channel for a very long time knows I'm all about saving time, trying to make mundane tasks as efficient as possible, and trying to get the most amount of reward out of the smallest amount of effort. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to put the effort in. Of course, you got to work insanely hard, but I want my insanely hard work to end up resulting in the best possible rewards. And I thought the best way to go forward with this would be with AI, except there wasn't really a good AI tool that would tick the boxes I needed ticked. So I did something really cool that I never in a million years thought I would ever be able to do. I started coming up with my own design concepts for an AI tool. It's mad. I have absolutely zero programming knowledge. As much as I would love to be a programmer and be able to do all of that cool coding and come up with crazy elaborate things, I can't. What I can do is get a piece of paper and a pen and draw out some AI concepts. All just to help me save time and be more efficient, specifically with print on demand. Now, for me, two areas were taking up the most amount of time, which were the designing stage and the uploading stage. So those were the two stages I wanted to tackle. If I can turn an hour into 5 minutes, my life would be changed forever. So after having drawn out all of my concepts and just spending ages thinking about this, and also thinking, even if I do this, how is it going to be built? I have no idea how to do this. Well, after drawing all of it out, I spoke to someone called Harris. Now, if you don't know who Harris is, he is the creator of the print-on-demand tool Trademark, which has the Chrome extension and the research suite. Now, I spoke to Harris and I said, look, I really, really want to build this AI tool. Can you help? What can we do? And he's like, yeah, sure. This is straightforward. We can do this. I mean, it will take a long time. It will take a few months, and there's a lot of testing and all of this. And I mean, to be honest, a lot of what was being said was going over my head because, like I said, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know how this world works. But I am a visual person, and I am, a creative person. So I knew I had an idea, and I just needed someone to build it. What I wanted to do was create some AI tools, add them to the Trademark research suite as a feature, not charge anything extra, still keep the same price. I didn't want these AI tools to mean, oh, we can now charge an extra $20 a month. No, I wanted to keep everything the same except add all of this extra value. That was my idea, and I'm going to tell you what my AI ideas were and tell you why it's pretty cool. So it began months and months and months ago. We started coming up with the concepts. We started working with various different things. It's been a journey. It's been really, really fun. But we have now finished building this AI tool. And that's what I want to show you in this video. I want to show you how this AI tool has specifically focused on the biggest pain points for print-on-demand sellers, right? I am a print-on-demand seller. You are a print-on-demand seller. So it makes so much sense that I would know and try and work on the biggest pain points for us. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. I mean, just thinking about this and seeing it here, my computer's over here, seeing the AI tool in... like, it's real, and just seeing how this was just an idea and now it's actually there and it's doing something, it blows my mind. Never in a million years did I think this would be possible. I mean, I started using ChatGPT and I was like, this is mind-blowing. How does this work? And now it's here. I mean, can you tell I'm slightly excited about this idea? I can't stop smiling. It's so cool. Okay, so let's go through the AI tool. I want to share it all with you. And then if you stay to the end, I have a really, really special announcement. So it's something you don't want to miss. I can guarantee it. But for now, let's focus our attention onto the computer where I can show you this AI tool. Okay, so this is Trademark, and if you've never used Trademark before, it's very straightforward. This is the dashboard. I'm not going to be talking about anything about Trademark. I'm going to go straight to the AI generator, because you've got all the things on the left here, but we're not going to focus on that. If we go to AI generator, we have two different tools. The first one is product texts, and the second one is design ideas. Now, design ideas is as it sounds. It helps generate different ideas so that you don't have to spend time thinking about it. For me, one of the biggest things I would do is get burnt out or get writer's block or designer's block, where I would try and come up with 300 or 400 designs in a week, and coming up with that many puns and quotes and one-liners and funny quips and things, and it's just hard, and I would end up doing 10 or 20 or 30, and then I'd get stuck. I would spend hours and hours. I would use ChatGPT. I would use Bing AI. I would use so many different things. And none of them were kind of like focused on print on demand. They were just general AI. They were general chat AI, so just helping you out. I wanted something that was focused and had like a print on demand brain. Because if it had a print on demand brain, I basically wanted a print on demand AI robot. And that's what design ideas is. Product text, we're going to go through it as well. I'm going to show you how it works. But product texts, I wanted to solve the problem I had with uploading. Now, the problem I have with uploading is coming up with the titles, the descriptions, the bullets. It's so flipping time consuming. And for some people, they probably do it really quickly, But again, when you're creating 20 designs, coming up with 20 titles is doable. It's fine. When you are trying to create 300 designs, coming up with that many titles is so hard. And not only that, coming up with that many titles that aren't infringing on any copyrights or trademark or anything, well, it's really, really hard. So I wanted to create another AI print-on-demand robot that would tackle that. So it would take what would take me hours, just a couple of minutes. Let me show you. So starting with design ideas, the way it works is you would put your niche in. So let's just say supercars, right? Supercars. You can put cars, whatever. That's the niche that I want to go for in this example. You then put keywords. So car, petrol head, drifting, racing, supercar. I mean, there's a lot more, but whatever. Let's just start with that. Target audience. Now I go men, women, adults, and kids. I'm going to go with all. However, what I would typically do is try and be a bit more laser focused with my design. So I'd probably pick women or kids or men, whatever. I would be a bit more laser focused because I think if you have a smaller audience that is seeing your design, a smaller targeted audience, you end up getting more sales and you can charge a more premium price rather than going for a much more generic, wider audience. Then you can click design ideas, quotes, puns, or one-liners, and then you can select between GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. Now, this is slowly improving every single day. We are making it better and better and better. And eventually, there's going to be no GPT 3.5, and it's just going to be GPT 4. And the results are just as good on both, but the results are only going to get better. And if this looks familiar, it's because this is based on ChatGPT. We have taken ChatGPT and turned it into a print-on-demand expert and just used its print-on-demand knowledge to create this. It's, again, you can probably tell I'm not the programmer behind this. I'm just blown away at how cool this is. So if we click generate ideas, it simply generates. You have the credits over here in the top corner. Okay, so this is what it's come up with for just design ideas. A stylized supercar streaking across the shirt with the tagline, Supercar is not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. There's a whole bunch, right? And this is just design ideas. If I change this to puns, right, and click generate, let's have a look and see what that does. And I can keep generating ideas. I can keep going. I can regenerate ideas, and I can come up with 300 designs in 10 minutes. What would usually take me hours and hours and hours and hours and days, I'm able to do it so fast. And here we have some puns. I might be a petrol head, but my love for you is electric. That's quite funny. Right, so why don't supercars get lost? They always find their room. Okay, these are a bit cheesy, but sometimes cheesy sells. Right, so you can see here, this is what I would use to actually create the ideas, the concepts, the designs. I would then obviously have to go and create the designs. For that, I might use Midjourney. I might just draw myself on the iPad or piece of paper and a pencil. Sometimes I might not even need any graphics. I literally might just use the text and put it in Photoshop or a Word document and use a fancy font or something, or use an app like Kittle. Sometimes you don't need graphics. Right, so that is the design ideas AI, and we can test this for days. It's such fun. Next is product texts. So let's just say we went with this as the t-shirt design. So you would put in the text on the design here, right? You would put in the image on the design. So you would say, let's say you have an image. You might not have an image, but let's just say you have a car, skidding, drifting, going fast. You want to put men, women, cars, skidding, drifting, whatever, racing, supercar. You get the picture. You put a few keywords in there. You don't have to put tons. You just have to put a few in. Writing style, we can stick with standard, but we have a whole bunch of different ones. Design style, again, we'll stick with standard, but we have a whole bunch of different ones. I kind of like this because if you put in one of these, it will base what the results are. So if you put in like abstract, it will put that into the title and the description. And then text to generate, you can either do a title, which will be 100 characters, bullet point, descriptions, or tags. So we're going to just do all and click generate, and let's see what happens. Okay, so that took about 15 seconds. So bear that in mind, 15 seconds, and we have a title, we have bullets, we have description, and we have a whole load of tags, right? We can use these ourselves if we're selling on a specific platform that has tags like Etsy. We could even use these within in the bullet points or the description if we want to add a couple of extra tags. It's just done all that research for us. Now, one thing I haven't shown, which I think is really, really cool, is if I go back to the puns, one of the biggest things about using AI at the moment, specifically for print on demand, is you don't know if you're going to be running across a trademark. With here, I've made sure, because I made sure that this tool had to have some sort of trademark checker. So if we click check trademarks, now let me say, pretty much the research suite has its own trademark search where it goes into the database of all the trademark searches. If we click check trademarks, it will run a little test and it will actually highlight what is a potential trademark. And if we click show 36 trademarks, you can see registered in the US. This is for the world, and you can see what kind of class it's under. So t-shirts, or this one is pop sockets and t-shirts. This one is tote bags, pop sockets and t-shirts, and you can see exactly what the words are. Now, what I would say is, firstly, you can go here and you can actually show the trademark application. You can find it on Google, or you can find it in the trademark database, this is over here. One thing I would say is, obviously, some things like here, hotter is registered in the US. Sometimes trademarks can be very odd, and using individual words you would think are okay, like using the word car, or the word like. How can you trademark the word like? It's ridiculous when you think about it. Now, I'm not a trademark expert, so what we wanted to do is we wanted to put all the trademark information here, and you can do with it what you will. So if you think, nah, actually, I don't think like is an issue if it's used in a sentence, I'm going to go for it. By all means, go for it. What I want to say is, I just wanted to make sure that we give everyone all the trademark information, and what they do with that information is completely up to them. But it's here, so that's useful. This is the full description, the full upload. Now I can just upload the design, copy and paste all of this just by clicking the copy, paste it, done, over. I can probably do 300 or 400 designs easily, whereas that many designs, coming up with all of this information, would take me, let's just say 5 or 10 minutes per design, is now taking me 15 seconds, right? And if I have another similar car design, all I need to do is change the text on the design over here. Maybe the image has changed, maybe change the design style to vintage and the writing style to blog writing, and then just click generate. If I just want to generate titles, I just have to click title and click generate. It's so cool. It's so cool. I can't believe that this was literally a drawing on a piece of paper months and months and months ago, and now it's here. Like our very own print-on-demand AI. It's just, I love it. I think it's really cool. So that is the AI tool. But before you go, I actually want to tell you about something which is quite cool. And this is very time sensitive, so don't skip this part of the video. It's obviously about Black Friday. And, this Black Friday, because obviously I'm a part of Pretty Merch and I have a big say in what happens, I said I want the deal this Black Friday to be ridiculous. Now that we've got this AI tool, I want as many people to be able to access it as possible. But as well as that, I want to help as many people with all the other areas that we've missed out. So, for example, this doesn't include actually physically creating the designs for you. Like with Midjourney, you can create the graphics. So this doesn't give you graphics, as you can see. So with the Black Friday deal, what we've done is we've done pretty much the research suite and the Chrome extension, 2 for the price of 1. Right, so you get both tools for 1 price. But as well as that, we've added 3 bonuses. The first one is extra AI credits, because I want people to be able to use this as much as possible. So every month you get a new, your credits are like regenerated, and that's just how it works. I don't understand the complexities of it, but all I know is each credit we pay each time a search is done, right? So that's why we have to limit the number of credits. So with Black Friday, we're giving an extra 500 credits. The second bonus is access to the 7-day bootcamp that I made, just to kind of help you if you needed that extra help. And the third bonus is 494, that's a very random number, but 494 ready-to-go graphics that you can use if you want to. Let's say you have this car design and you want to have a car skidding. If there is a graphic in that graphics pack, you can just plonk it on there, add your text, you're good to go. They're completely commercially free. They can be used however you want. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, if everyone has access to these graphics and all these bonuses, then it's not really that valuable. Which is why we've only opened 500 coupons this Black Friday. And that's kind of like the caveat to this whole thing. This AI tool is there, and if you miss out on the Black Friday deal, you can still get the Pretty Much Research suite and have access to the AI tool. But the Black Friday price and the Black Friday bonuses are only available to 500 people. Now, this deal started a few days ago, so there's not actually 500 left. I think there's about 415 or 420 left, but that's when I'm recording this video. By the time this video is uploaded, there might be a few less left. I can't say exactly. But we wanted to limit the number of people that could access this specific deal so that the graphics that I'd be giving you are a lot more valuable, if that makes sense. So what I recommend to do is, if you like this AI tool and you think it's really cool, then let me know in the comments down below. If you can think of any other ideas that you've had for AI tools and you want to see them come to life, reach out to me, because maybe we can make it happen. But if you want to access this Black Friday discount, click the link down below. Like I said, it was limited to 500. There is just over 400 as of making this video left, and I wouldn't want you to miss out. But besides all of that, besides the Black Friday deal, besides the little bit of promotion at the end of this video, I'm just so insanely excited that something like this now exists. An AI tool to counter the most time-consuming tasks with print on demand. And we're not charging anything extra for it. It's just being thrown in to the research suite that we were already offering. I love it. I love it. And so let's just quickly recap. We've got the 4 stages. We've got research, design, niche research, designing, uploading, and like doing the marketing. We have now tackled 2 of those, the designing aspect and the uploading aspect. The research aspect is going to be the next one I want to tackle. And the marketing aspect, that is going to be a really big one, but I am trying to work out how we can use AI to really get the most out of our marketing campaigns, and how we can really market our designs on various platforms, on social media, using AI, so that all the hard work and the time-consuming work is taken out for you. That is what I'm currently working on, and I'm really, really, really excited. So thanks for watching. For now, check the Black Friday deal out down below. I don't know how long this will go on for. If it's ran out and you haven't been able to get it, I'm really, really, really sorry. This discount will, well, it probably won't come again until next Black Friday. We don't like doing discounts throughout the year, so it won't come again until next Black Friday. So if you do have the capacity to take advantage of this, I would definitely recommend going for it.